Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Today, first-time home buyer guide. So we're going to walk first-time home buyers, or actually people who maybe haven't purchased a home in 10 or 15 years. A little guide, a little step-by-step approach on how to prepare for that big day. But first, before we get into that, an announcement. We're gonna have a contest. We're gonna have a drawing on February 10th. That's only a couple weeks away. We're gonna have dinner for two at Chamberlain's Steak and Chop House in Addison. Watch out. So we're gonna have the actual drawing and contest is going to take place on February 10th. Look out for instructions in your email and on our Facebook pages, which is going to be my Facebook page, which is Steve DePoe, and our team Facebook page, the Rose Realty team. So watch out for instructions and how to enter that contest on those two areas, and also in emails. Okay, getting back to that topic, a first-time home buyer guide. So first of all, you start thinking about buying a new home or buying your first home. We're going to think about 12 months out, okay? And at those 12 months, we're going to think about improving our credit score and determine different ways that we can save for a down payment, okay? Now, if you currently have a house, then chances are you have a lot of equity built up in your house. And if your reason for wanting to buy another house may be an investment property, or maybe a vacation home, something like that, or a weekend getaway kind of home, you still may have to consider what you're going to do and how you're going to do a down payment, how you're going to get money for the down payment. Again, so about 12 months out, credit score, and then your down payment money. About 9 months out or so, you're going to start to make a prioritization list of your nice to haves and your must haves for your house. So let's be honest. What's nice to have is a pool. Okay, it's nice to have. Is it a must have? Is it a deal breaker? If you've got everything else you want, but you don't have a pool, I'm going to say no. Okay, so make up that list of nice to haves and have to haves. Start visiting neighborhoods. Start thinking about where you work or where you like to live. Maybe close to work, close to your house of worship, that kind of thing. Maybe where the kids are going to school. Okay, that's important. And maybe you want to stay in the same school district, or if you're in Denton County, you send your kids to basically any school, in Denton County. But kind of think of where those places are and start to visit those neighborhoods and keep an eye out for what you see happening in those neighborhoods. The neighborhoods on the rise, people are doing revitalization, people are taking care of their houses, or maybe things are starting to deteriorate a little bit, and you want to stay away from that. You also want to budget for miscellaneous home buying expenses. Okay, what I mean by that is, well, maybe you're maybe you're renting right now in a smaller home, and you know that once you move into a larger home, or your first time home, you're going to want more furniture in the living room, or a new master bedroom set, something like that. Don't buy it. Big time out. Don't buy it before you move into that new house. Wait till after closing. Please don't ruin it. Wait till after closing. Okay. And so what you're going to do is also start what I'm going to call a home maintenance account. So once you get into that new house, there's going to be things that you're going to want to change, and things that are quite along your lines of likability. What does that mean? So maybe, for example, you're going to want to paint the master bedroom, or you're going to want to paint the living room, or you're going to want to do updates on the kitchen cabinets. Okay, you don't want to tap yourself out, and you basically want to start kind of a home maintenance or a home repair account, so that once you move into that new house, you'll have those funds. Now, if you think about the first step, 12 months out, we're going to start a down payment account. Now we're starting a maintenance account. Get this sort of a little trend here. We're creating accounts to save and put money away, because that's what you're going to need to get into that first house. And then after you purchase, you're going to have to watch your budget. Okay, so about 6 months out, you're going to want to start to collect and find out how to collect that loan paperwork. Okay, so the lender's going to want your W-2s and your W-4s and your some tax returns, etc. Okay, and so you're going to want to start to, number one, figure out, how do I get a hold of those pieces of paper? How do I get a hold of those documents, and what documents are they? It's about 6 months so when you're going to want to start to research lenders and realtors. Now, any good realtor will be able to put you in contact with 2 or 3 or 4 good lenders. Okay, and if you have a realtor, or you think you know who you want to use, ask them. Okay, hey, what are the lenders that I should be talking to right now, even though it's maybe 6 months out? But who are the lenders I should be talking to right now? And then those lenders, understanding that you're probably 6 months or more out from when you're gonna start looking to put in contracts. What paperwork do I need in order to get rolling? Okay, so the lender and your realtor can help you with that. About 3 months out, you want to go through the pre-approval process for a loan. Okay, and you're going to start shopping in serious for a new home. Remember, before we were kind of just looking at neighborhoods and areas, communities. Now we're going to start looking for serious. So we're going to go to open houses. We're going to pay attention to houses that are coming on the market and going off the market, and how quickly they go off the market. So that'll prepare you for, can I put a check mark next to this house and go see a few others? Do I have to put in an offer right away? Okay. And then you're going to get pre-approved for a loan. So you're going to talk to your lender and you're going to say, look, we think we're about 2, 3, 4 months out. We want to get pre-approved, because what you want to do is you want to be able to go to your real estate agent. You want to be able to say, I'm pre-approved for this amount. That helps your real estate agent help you search for a home. And it also helps you understand what your range or your target range is. So you're not looking in the $1 million range when you can afford, your limit is like 500,000. Okay, because that's the sure way to depression right there. Okay, right off the bat. But anyway, get pre-approved from your lender and understand where you are in terms of affordability. Then you're about 1, 2 months out. You make an offer with your licensed real estate agent. Okay, you're gonna decide, this is the house we want to put an offer in on, and you're going to put an offer in. You're going to get a home inspection. Now, home inspections aren't mandatory in the state of Texas, but we encourage you. We encourage you 110% to get a home inspection. You're going to triple check your financial documents to make sure you have them all for your lender and that they're all correct and up to date. That includes your credit history. Okay. Now, back in 12 months out, remember we started looking at our credit history. Back then, we should have made sure that the credit history is correct, and you don't have any false or fraudulent credit cards on there. Okay, that'll, number one, help you cancel those out. Or maybe you have like a Home Depot card that's been sitting around for years and you don't use, right? Anyway, you'll do that back 12 months, 12 at the 12-month point. But now you want to triple check your financial documents. Make sure that your credit history is top notch, and also you're going to start talking to your insurance company. So even if you're renting, you got cars, right? And your car insurance company likely also does a home insurance, for your home. And so you talk to them about, okay, if I buy a home for this much, how much is that going to cost me? Plus, I got now a multi-plan with you. What kind of discounts do I get? Okay, and then you're going to do a final walkthrough. So once you get to the point where your offer is accepted, you just before you close on the home, you're going to do a final walkthrough, and that final walkthrough is for two reasons. Number one, likely we're going to do a home inspection, like I said, and we're going to ask the seller to correct some issues that may be wrong with the house, and so we're going to do our walkthrough to make sure that those items that we asked the seller to correct have been corrected to our satisfaction. And second, we're going to do a walkthrough to make sure that as they were moving their refrigerator out, they didn't blow out a big hole in the wall. Okay, that type of thing. So we're going to do a final walkthrough to make sure that everything is good, and then we're going to go to closing. They're going to hand over the keys, and the house is yours. A very happy and nervous day for all of us. I hope that was helpful for you. Next week, we're going to talk about design predictions for 2023. Some wild stuff here, folks. Some wild stuff. Design predictions for this year. This is Steve. I'm with the Rose Realty team. I'm out.